questions for the student athletes? Start with Justin.
Treydan, do you just remember about your first game at Arizona and how much the program has changed since that point?
Yeah, I mean, my first game was in that COVID season. We played USC, no fans in the stadium, and I was 170 pounds. But yeah, I mean, obviously you can see the growth from that season till now. The culture has changed. The fans are more involved. It's all just made a complete 180.
And then the emotions from the 70-7 Territorial Cup game, just kind of where the program was, and just now getting to a bowl game, being in this position. What's it been like for you?
It's been great. I mean, it's a significant step forward. Just being able to trust the process as a team, being able to put our trust in what Coach Fish's vision was for us. Even when he first got here and we still went 1-11, we all just kept building. And, you know, we're finding some success now, but, you know, we're still not satisfied. We're trying to take the next step again.
Brian and then Michael.
Noah, looking back on your run here since you've been the starter, does it feel real? Like, I mean, is this kind of how you envisioned you're getting into the game?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does feel real. It's definitely a blessing. It's been a great 5 weeks or so, being able to just play, being able to, obviously winning is the most important part, so being able to win has been great, getting bowl eligible. So there's been a lot of dreams turning into reality, but like Stukes said, this is just the beginning. There's a lot more we gotta improve on, a lot more to complete.
And you know, unfortunately, getting in there was because of an injury. Were you worried at any point before that you're like, when is my chance going to come?
No, I mean, I speak a lot about trust. There's a lot of trust in this building, and that's something that my family kind of instilled in me growing up. So just trusting the process, trusting the people that are in this building. We got some great people in this building. All the way starts from the top with Coach Fish to Coach Doherty, and it goes all the way to our training staff, our equipment staff, and so on and so forth. So there's been a lot of trust, and it was tough to be patient, but I trusted that my time would come, and I trust that my coaches have my best interest in mind.
Michael and then Dave.
One question for each. We'll start with Treydan. You guys have been really good defensively in the red zone the last couple weeks, getting some stops. That has been a trouble spot for you guys in recent seasons, and I know a focal point in the offseason. What do you think has been the key to getting that done?
I mean, I think it just all goes back to trust, just like we keep talking about. Our coaches are experienced. They've seen so much football. So just being able to understand the mental side of the game that they're teaching us, and, you know, executing the game plans that they're giving to us, it's all what it's been about. You know, that's how we've been able to take that step forward in the red zone.
Yeah, and for Noah, you guys have done really well on third downs the last several games. What do you think has been the key in that area?
It's definitely the coaching, the game plan that our coaches have been able to put on, and it's been all year, but I think our success has all to do with the time that they put in. Coach Jimmy, he's the one that kind of does the third down presentation, the third down breakdowns for us, kind of breaking down fronts and coverages and certain down the distances. So the time he puts in, the game plan that Coach Fish puts in, and then it goes back to trust. We trust it. We trust that their insight, that the information they're providing us is right, and it's been spot on the last 5 weeks, and that's why we've had a lot of success on third downs and a lot of success in general.
David and then Justin.
Two questions for Noah. Noah, first of all, how would you describe your connection with Tataroa? It just seems like when you need to make a pass, he's the guy for you, and why that is.
it's gonna start sounding old, but that goes back to trust again. This is a guy that I've played with. This is a guy that who's been my best friend since 8th grade, and then we're talking about 6-7 years of just playing with each other. So there's a factor where you need a play to be made. I know wholeheartedly that he's gonna make it. Just as a player, but even as a person, knowing the competitiveness, the clutch streak he has. lot of there's a lot of belief in him and his ability.
And what are you learning from the interceptions that you're throwing? I mean, obviously there was the one in the middle of the field against Oregon State, and then there was the one kind of looked like maybe there was miscommunication in this last game. What are you learning from those instances?
I definitely got to be better on those. I'm pretty much averaging an interception a game, so that's something I definitely got to improve on. Definitely got to change. And I think pretty much every interception up to this point has been on me. So no tip passes, no wrong routes. So it's all been on me. So just kind of reflecting on that, learning from those mistakes. They've all been in different instances. So just kind of learning from that, learning from Coach Fish, and got to eliminate those to continue to be successful.
Justin and Aiden.
Noah, do you remember your first touchdown pass to T-Mac?
Ever?
Ever.
Yeah, I mean, in a game, it was in 8th grade. We were playing I want to say it was the Inland Valley Hurricanes. It was a go route, so we had a stick concept and was able to throw him a go route for a touchdown. But like it's been the last 7 years, I just throw it to him. He makes me look good. So nothing's changed in the past 7 years or so.
And then a question for both of you guys. There's a former Buffalo on both sides of the ball. Can you talk about Taylor, and then can you talk about Montana and what they mean to you? What do you guys do? Start with you, Treydan.
I mean, yeah, we've accepted all of our players with open arms. I think Uppy has been great for our D line as a room. He brought some veteran leadership. He's obviously, I'm pretty sure he's leading the team in sacks with like 7.5. So I mean, you know, he's my best friend as a DB. You know, I don't have to cover so long when he's back there getting sacks. But yeah, we're excited. You know, we're gonna treat this week like every other week. Prepare for it and hopefully bring back the win for him.
Yeah, I mean, in the same token, Montana's been great for us offensively. Bringing in, like Stu said, a veteran kind of mind and an attitude into our offense. And then he just brought a different type of swagger and a selflessness to this offense. He's one of the most selfless people that I know. Definitely on this offense, and the things that he's been able to do on and off the field has been great for us.
Aiden and then Brian.
Noah, what role has your family had in helping you get to the point you're at now, just growing up and everything?
They played the biggest role outside of my faith. They instilled the faith that I have, my belief in God, and they kind of made me the person that I am today. So I've said it many times. I wouldn't be here without my family, and I could go on and on about the role that they played.
Because I saw that they were mentioning that they were praying when you were finally deciding to go here in the church, and just like, what does that mean to you, just having that trust that they have in you and everything?
That's what's gotten me through my entire life. So I started playing football because my uncles played football and I grew up in a football family. And I think my only other values outside of football is faith and family. So that's kind of how they raised me. I have so many role models within my family, starting with my grandfathers and my dad. And we did our commitment video in the church. I grew up in the church, so like I said, I want to be without my family.
Brian and then David.
Treydan, you speak a little bit about the role as a nickelback and how it involves kind of being in so many different places depending on the play, and whether you like that compared to just being a straight corner.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun this season. I get to be more involved in the run on occasion. Obviously, you know, you're still covering slots, so you got that carryover from playing corner. So yeah, it's been fun. I even get to blitz sometimes, so that's always.
Yeah, and what's that like?
Oh, that's one of my favorite parts. I tell Coach Nancy you should blitz me every play, but I'm just kidding.
David and then Michael.
Just to follow on that, Treydan, when we talked in Las Vegas, you know, you didn't seem like you were sure what this role was going to be with the move. In terms of the physicality that you brought to this position, did you anticipate that you would be able to impact the game in that way?
Yeah, I've always believed in myself as a tackler. I mean, for me, I've come a long way in the physical aspect of football because, you know, when I was younger, I didn't really like hitting or nothing. I just want to be a cover corner. But you know, I think Coach Akina has also brought that mentality that comes with being a complete defensive back, and that there is a physical aspect to the game. And you I just try to embrace it with open arms and, trying to be a physical defensive back.
Is there one Dwayne Aquina-ism that's kind of stuck in your head from his teachings?
I mean, there's a lot, but yeah, I think he always says, like, you're not here to play cover corner or field safety, you're here to play DB. So that means like learning what everyone else is doing on the field, knowing your assignment, knowing the scheme of the defense, why we're doing what we're doing. And I think, our room has embraced that, and they've tried to, understand those type of things as being a complete DB.
Last question to Michael.
Yeah, for Noah, when Jonah Coleman was in here the other night, we were talking to him about his recruitment. Arizona wasn't doing very well at that time. He said something to the effect of people would tell him, you can do better than this. Did you ever hear that from people? Did you ever question whether this was the right place for you when you're committing to a 1-11 team?
Nah, there was no doubt, no question in it. At the end of the day, Coach Fish believed in me before anybody else did. So the loyalty that he showed me, the loyalty he's continued to show me throughout my recruitment. And then sometimes it changes once you commit and once you sign. That never changed for me. Our relationship never changed. So I committed because of the person he was, not just because of the coach.
All right, that's our time.
Thank you.